Anna Berger, Secretary-Treasurer of the SEIU, and I want to start with healthcare, and we heard the senators address that a little bit. Do you get a sense of some kind of change in momentum, change in perspective coming out of the announcement yesterday and going into the Thursday event?
I think that people have been incredibly cautious about what was going to happen in the Thursday event, and with the president coming out yesterday and posting online his proposal, I think got everybody excited again and believing that we can actually get this done. I think it was a strong proposal. It dealt with many of the issues that members of the House had raised, but still in the framework of the Senate bill. I think the American people have been waiting for health care to get done. They want it done. This sets the framework for doing that.
You said you see a path now of getting it done, but it's not a bipartisan path you see, right? So Thursday is for what?
I think it's time for the Republicans to step up and say how we're going to get this done.
But when you say you see a path, do you see a bipartisan path?
No, I think that there hasn't been any demonstration by the Republicans that they want bipartisan support for anything. And the American people don't want bipartisanship just for the sake of bipartisanship. They want action. They want real action. They've been working on it for a year. It's time to get this done. If the Republicans want to step up on Thursday with real proposals, they should put them online right now so the American people can see them, so that we can all talk about them.
And this path that you reference almost certainly includes reconciliation, at least as a backup option. And we put the question out to our Twitter followers today. Should Democrats use reconciliation on health care? And if so, should they then press for the public option as well? And one response we got from J.D. Howans, yes to both reconciliation and the public option. Since when does the will of the majority, the will of the majority been insufficiently democratic? I'm interested in your take on that. Clearly, SEIU has been very vocal about the need for a public option. Does the president's plan do enough? Should you have a public option if you're going to use reconciliation anyway?
Well, we've always thought a public option was a strong option. We've always said that, when you look at the insurance companies, unless you have competition for them, we're not going to be able to hold down costs. So we thought that that was an incredibly important thing. To be perfectly honest, I think that the president's plan is a very solid plan. It takes the Senate plan and it modifies it to really improve it. Does it get it all the way there? No, but it gives us a framework for really being able to do that. Some of the things that he's put into his plan that gives us the ability to take on the insurance companies will give us an angle on that. If we could get a public option through reconciliation, hey, I'd say I'll go for it. On the other hand, the president's plan is a very solid plan that deals with all of the issues that we wanted to be addressed, and we think it's a great step forward.
And part of what you say, and I'm getting back to this path again, is that the House would first need to pass the Senate plan. Then the Senate would go back and fix it, and the House would need to pass that again. Do you see 217 votes in the House for the Senate plan as is?
Well, the weekend before the great Massachusetts election, there was negotiations between the House and the Senate and the White House. They were very close to a framework that would have amended the Senate bill and been able to move it forward. This is the framework. So I think that it's time for people to get over their hostility between the House and the Senate and get it done. If we know what the framework is for a settlement, for reconciliation, we should be able to move forward.
And what has Labor's role and SEIU's role been in crafting this? You obviously were very involved in the late-stage negotiations in December, but this summit on Thursday does not include outside interest groups. Is that something you're comfortable with?
I think that I am incredibly comfortable now, having seen the president's proposal online. I think that the people who are going to end up voting on this, so the leadership is the Senate and the House. They're going to need to get this done. So we are going to be totally focused on what goes on. We are glad that it's televised. I think that people are going to be tuning in from across our union and from across America to see what goes on. And I think we're going to be able to hold people accountable as a result of that.
The Republicans often cite all the polling. I know you can cite your own polling and break it up into component parts and show me the parts of the healthcare bill that are popular. But overall, right now, you cannot find a poll that shows the overall sense in the American public about the president's health care plan in positive territory. Do you believe that once getting it through, there's going to be a need to be a massive education campaign that follows that? Because these Democratic members don't seem to be wanting to talk about health care too much anymore.
Well, I do think that once we actually pass a bill and begin to implement it, it will change people's lives. Today, 14,000 people will lose their insurance. 14,000. This week, 17,000 people will file for bankruptcy because of the health care costs. While we're talking, and every half hour today and every half hour tomorrow, someone will die because they don't have health insurance.
Is this an argument that you're making to Democratic members of Congress? You can get this done, just Democrats right now.
We are making this argument to every single member of the House and the Senate that they have to get this done because people are dying. This is not about wiping the slate clean and starting over again, that we have lots of time. Every single day in America, people are losing their lives because they don't have access to health care. Every single day, people are filing for bankruptcy because they can't pay health care costs.
And getting nothing done.
And getting nothing done is not a solution. We need action. That's what the American people want. They want action. And it's time for the Democrats, if that's what it takes, to step up and vote and get this done.
All right. Anna Berger, Secretary-Treasurer of the SEIU. We appreciate you being with us.
And it's great to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That does it for this edition of Top Line. Be sure to click us on again tomorrow.
Twitter.com/TheNote. Answer our question of the day. We'll make you famous, or as famous as we can make you.
This is only relevant.